Hey you, hey YouTube. This is Captivating Christian here. Um, Welcome to CC's Political Corner. This is political news that you can use that you may not have known about. So first, we're gonna briefly talk about the DACA situation. Basically, what has happened today, earlier today rather, several thousands of people rallied in front of the Supreme Court today as arguments were heard on the fate of the program that protects young immigrants in the United States, which has been transformed, which have transformed so many lives. The Trump administration is trying to basically put it on the chopping block. The program is known as DACA, which is the Dream Act, and that basically, like I said, allowed for children of immigrants who were immigrants themselves, but they were young, to live here, go to school, go to high school, grammar school, high school, college, all that, and be productive citizens and basically live like American citizens without the fear of being deported as long as they were, not doing anything of a criminal act. And the Trump administration basically has tried to put it on the chopping block so many times that they have just worked their way up to the Supreme Court. And where the Supreme Court is now stacked more on the conservative side than it is on the liberal side, it seems as if he may have a winning chance of getting rid of DACA altogether, which was a program implemented during the Obama administration. He may be able to get rid of it altogether. So hopefully not, but we'll see. Okay, moving right along. Next, we have, real quick, I don't know much about it, but the little bit I do know, Byron Allen. And I don't know if you remember, Byron Allen used to have like a up all night kind of entertainment where he interviewed any movies that were coming out, like new movies. He would interview the actors in the movies. Well, Byron Allen, he's a successful businessman in media. He owns the Weather Channel. He is actually going to be in the Supreme Court against Comcast because Comcast is trying to basically expand their business. But how they're doing this is they're going after a loophole in the Affirmative Action uh, Civil Rights Act, basically. And the Civil Rights Act, which granted the opportunity for people of color to have um, equal, equal rights in business as far as trading and other things like that. Kind of sort of how affirmative action is, but it's on a wider scale, more of a business scale, which allows for, like I said, free trading with people of color and the opportunity for monopolies not to happen, for other people to be able to, enter in without it being predominantly or dominated by one particular person or race of people. However, Comcast is trying to have the Supreme Court overturn it, so therefore, one, they be able to have a huge monopoly in the cable aspect and the cable television aspect, and also to basically stop him from obtaining any other channels or networks or anything he plans to do, or even to create his own cable network. Um, so that's very much something that we should all pay attention to because one, he's a person of color, he's a black man. And, a lot of times we only know about certain things that entertain us, while other stuff gets swept under the rug and goes under the radar. It's most of the stuff that really affects us. So that's something to pay attention to. And lastly, tomorrow starts the uh, excuse me, the public impeachment inquiry starts tomorrow. And basically, what that means is everything thus far has happened in private. All the people have been interviewed, documents have been researched, so on and so forth. So basically, this is like a grand jury. What a grand jury is basically the state says their argument, and the jury to hear these arguments are usually people of law enforcement and of the judicial system. And it's kind of sort of this, it works the same way. However, the people that hear the inquiry are Congress, and then they vote on whether or not it is, whether or not they feel like they should move forward and let the public hear it. Then the public gets to hear it. Then they take another vote whether they need to move towards impeachment. And an impeachment is actually a trial, and that trial is done with the Senate. And the Senate, as you know or may not know, is basically um, conservative. Is more conservative senators than there are uh, Democratic or liberal senators. So that may be a tough sell. And I guess the Democrats in the Congress are hoping that if the evidence is, overwhelming, that some Republicans will have a change of heart and actually go with the evidence. So it's something to watch, and it definitely only happened. This will be the third time in United States history that this has happened. So it's definitely very interesting. Other than that, I think that's all I have for right now. So just remember, as I always say, please be the change that you want to see. So, if you want change, you have to be the change that you want to see. So, with that, again, make sure you go out, register to vote, because your vote is your voice. And, you can, something just as little as, making your voice heard and changing the image that you want to see in your neighborhoods, in your surroundings, with your friends and your family. So, I mean, it may be small, but every small move, is very effective in the long run. So, anyway, that's all I have to say. So, I'll catch you guys later.